we would like everybody that is only participating to have their mics off and their video turned off, please. If you could do us the favor of typing in your questions in the chat and direct it to Q&A David Gons. The questions will be answered at the end of today's presentation, but please direct them to Q&A David Gons. Yes. And also just to let you know that this session will be available on our YouTube page, our YouTube channel. So if you're not able to watch all the video, you can watch it on our YouTube channel. So thank you very much, everyone, for participating today. And let's begin. Can I get the next slide, please? Thank you. So today we're going to be talking about engineering programs, the Graduate Professional Roundtable, and it is presented by Education USA. My name is Luis Albert Fernandez, and I'm going to be today the moderator of this roundtable talking about graduate professional engineering programs. So if you're looking for a master's or a doctorate degree, this is the roundtable for you. Yes, thank you very much. Can I get the next one, please? So before we start with the roundtable, I would like to talk a little bit about what is Education USA. Well, we are a global network of advising centers from the U.S. State Department's Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs. We are 56 education advising centers. Here in Mexico, we're 26. If you would like to know the closest Education USA center, we recommend that you go to our webpage, Education USA, and there you will find a search engine where you can find the nearest Education USA office, and they'll be very happy to help you. All of our work at this moment is virtual, so they have virtual hours, and you can schedule an appointment with them if you would like to get more information, or also look for our information sessions that we have. Every month we have between 2 to 3, so you're invited also to those types of sessions. We have free access to introductory information on US study. All of our services are for free. And who do we target? Well, we target students, high education institutions, for example, the institutions that we have here today with us, governments, and NGOs. We are an unbiased, accurate, and comprehensive institution that gives information about the full range of accredited US higher education institutions. So it is important to reach out to us if you're looking for a university in the United States, because we represent more than 4,500 universities in the United States. And it's also important to know which universities are accredited. The next one, please. So before we begin, can we start with the poll, please? There's going to be a poll, and it has 3 questions. The first question is, where are you joining this session from? So if you can click which place you are joining us from, please. Thank you very much. Is it North America? Is it the Caribbean, Central America, South America, or other? Thank you very much. I think we're still missing some people. Okay. So the majority of the people that are here today are from North America. Thank you very much. Can we go to the next question, please? The next question is, where are you joining this? No, sorry. So the results are North America, we have 65%. We have Central America, 35%. Thank you very much for answering the questions. We really appreciate it, because this also helps our panelists. And the next question is, what is your engineering concentration? Is it mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, industrial engineering, chemical engineering, civil engineering, or other? We try to make it as broad as possible, but there's some places that have different types of engineering courses, but we try to make it as general as possible. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for participating. And the results are in. So we have 45%, okay? We have civil engineering with 14%, 3 people, chemical engineering with 9%, industrial engineering with 4%, and electrical engineering with 1%, and mechanical engineering with 2%. people. Thank you very much for answering. And our last question that we have for today is, what is your main interest related to this session? Are you looking for a master's program, a PhD program, job opportunities, internships, or other? So if you could select one of these different options, please. Remember that all of this information is going to help our panelists to help you better. Okay, let's give a few seconds more. We still have some people that haven't answered the question. Thank you. Okay, well, we can stop there. Can we see the results? Okay, thank you very much. So 68% of you are looking for a master's program. Very good. 26% are looking for job opportunities and internships. Nobody's looking for a doctoral program. Okay. And 5% are looking for other. Okay. So we really appreciate that you participated in our little poll. We'd like to get this information, and this also helps our panelists get more information from you. And also when they're answering right now, they'll be able to answer your questions as direct as possible. So thank you very much. Thank you for the polls. So let's continue with the presentation. So first of all, I would like to introduce our panelists before we begin with the questions. One of today's panelists is from UC San Diego. His name is Edgar Valles. He's originally from San Diego. Before starting at UC San Diego's graduate division in March 2018, he worked at San Diego State University. He's passionate about helping graduate students realize their full potential and inspiring underrepresented communities to think about a graduate degree as an unattainable and valuable tool that will advance their careers to new heights. So welcome, Edgar Valles, and thank you very much for participating today. The next, please. We also have from Ludi School of Informatics, Computing and Engineering, we have Cheryl. She is a graduate of Indiana University and has worked at Indiana University's Ludi School of Informatics, Computing and Engineering for over 12 years in various capacities. Currently, she is Director of Graduate Recruitment and Admissions. She loves working with prospective students, applicants, and current students. So thank you very much, Cheryl Engel, for being here today, and thank you for participating in our panel. The next. We have Marco Lara Gracia. He graduated as a Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Engineering from Purdue University in 1999. He obtained his Master's of Science in Industrial Engineering in 1989 and his Bachelor's of Science in Industrial and Systems Engineering in 1987. Both degrees from Tecnológico de Monterrey in Mexico City. He's an associate professor of engineering at the University of Southern Indiana since 2008, instructor of supply chain management course of the USI online MBA program, has published 17 papers in peer-reviewed journals and presented his research in 19 academic and professional conferences. And I would just like to add a little more information because after talking with Marco, he is also a recipient of the Fulbright Garcia Robles scholarship. So thank you very much, Marco, for being here with us today. The next. And we also have Carmen A. Velasco, recently joined Arizona State University as a postdoctoral scholar in Dr. Paul Westerhoff's group. She holds a BS in chemical engineering from the Universidad San Francisco de Quito. She holds an MS in chemical engineering from Oregon State University and MS from Universidad Castella-La Mancha, Spain. Carmen completed her PhD in environmental engineering at the University of Mexico. She has worked as an engineer in the United States and Ecuador, and she's interested in the development of novel technologies to address the lack of drinking water quality and water scarcity in underprivileged communities. Carmen has been a recipient of numerous awards and special recognitions, such as the 2019-2020 Civil Engineering Outstanding Graduate Award, the 2020 UNM Leadership and Involvement Award, the Early Career Award from Oregon State University in 2016, among others. Thank you very much, Carmen A. Velasco, for being here today. Thank you. The next, please. And finishing off the presentation of our panelists, today we also have Tremaine Waller, but he prefers to be called Trey. Trey received a PhD in curriculum instruction from Virginia Tech in 2009. He worked at Cornell University as an associate director of advising and diversity in the College of Architecture, Arts, and Planning, where he managed multicultural recruitment and coordinated advising and support for multicultural students. He then assumed the position of Associate Director of Diversity Programs in Engineering, where he managed the Engineering Summer Schools Program, CU Empower Mentoring Program, and other activities. In 2013, Trey joined the Office of Academic Diversity Initiatives, OADI, as lecturer and director of Ronald E. McNair Post-Baccalaureate Achievement Program, and became director of Student Success Programs and associate director of OADI. Currently, he's responsible for recruitment and retention for the College of Engineering graduate programs. So welcome, Trey. Thank you very much for participating today. And let me just add something that I think that all the panelists have here today, and that is that they're looking to help future students enter the university. And there's something very interesting that one of the panelists told me, and I'm not going to mention names, but he told me it's not so important that they enter my university, but that they're thinking of entering a university in the United States. So, like I said, I'm not going to say who it was, no. So we don't say, oh, why is he saying that? No, but I think that is important, and that shows the dedication that the panelists have. So I'm very grateful for all the panelists today, and welcome everybody. So let's begin, and can we get the next slide, please? Okay.
Luis.
So yes.
This is Edgar from UC San Diego. I would like to quickly just introduce a panelist also that is coming.
Thank you.
From UC San Diego. Her name is Marisa Sanchez. She's a PhD candidate at the University of UC San Diego in Material Science and Engineering. Just wanted to just make sure that she was introduced as well.
Thank you very much, Edgar. Yeah, I'm sorry, is that it didn't have the information, and I just didn't want to say something that I wasn't supposed to say. So,
no worries.
But thank you very much, Edgar.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Maritza, for being here today. So let's start, yes? So the first question that I would like to ask, and there's no particular order that you can answer, but just raise your hand and I'll give you the word. So what makes your program unique from others? What makes your program unique from others? What? Cheryl Engel would like to be first? Okay, thank you very much, Cheryl.
Well, welcome, and I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to be here. At our LETI program at Indiana University, our engineering program is unique as it uses technical skills in computational engineering, artificial intelligence, and modern design principles to develop systems and devices to gather, interpret, and use the data to change the world in various disciplines and industries. We offer 6 different tracks in bioengineering, computer engineering, cyber physical engineering, environmental, molecular and nanoscale, and neuroengineering.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. Edgar Bias, would you like to answer that question, please? What makes your program unique from others?
So, hi everyone. I'm here representing UC San Diego, and I have my colleague Marisa. I'll let Marisa speak from the student perspective in just a little bit, but in my perspective, the School of Engineering, which is called Jacob School of Engineering, is unique in a sense that the diversity of faculty and the diversity of programs that we have and research that is being done in the School of Engineering really allows for students who are interested in various different fields and many different areas of engineering to succeed in particularly in our programs, in our master's and doctoral programs. Marisa, do you have any thoughts?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have a lot to add. Yeah, so I think in general, UC San Diego as a university is amazing because it is a very, recognized and a leading campus for research, especially in engineering. I think there's a vast amount of leaders and experts in their fields, even within this Jacob School of Engineering. And within even one field, there's just so much to choose from. So you have a lot of variety in choosing like what you would like to work on, what you would like to learn more about. And then as a student, I think one of the biggest things that sets this campus apart is just the types of opportunities that are available to you in terms of research, collaborations, facilities that are available, teaching, if you're interested in teaching, professional development. So we are, in a location where we have a lot of internships available because of the industry partners that we have located just in the San Diego region. And so I think that's really sets apart UC San Diego, as well as just connections with other schools within UCSD. So even the School of Engineering has collaborations going on with the School of Medicine or the business school if you're interested in a more management area. So I think that's kind of what makes this a really great campus.
Thank you very much, Maritza. I think that's a very good perspective. What about Trayman?
Yes, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you for this opportunity to speak to the students today. There are many great attributes to Virginia Tech. First and foremost, I want to say that we love engineers and we are a caring community. Our motto is that I might serve. Our faculty and staff and students love to serve in different capacities. We know that engineers are the problem solvers, and we want the best talent here at Virginia Tech. We have many state-of-the-art equipments, as well as outstanding faculty and administrators. We are building a new campus in the Washington, D.C. area. That will be our innovation campus, focusing mainly on computer science and electrical computing engineering. There are other areas that are there as well. And the good thing about Virginia Tech, we have such a wide variety of different programs. We have 15 doctoral programs and 17 master's degree programs in 18 areas of study. That's a lot. So we have a wide variety of opportunities for our students to make choices and do research with different faculty and staff and students. So Virginia Tech is a great place to be.
Thank you. Can I hear now from Elsa, please, from the UNM? What makes your program unique from others? No, Elsa. Okay, well, once Elsa comes into the picture, can I have now Marco, please?
Hello, good afternoon. First of all, I want to say that it's an honor for me to be here participating in this roundtable, and more importantly, to speak to the students. I was one of you 30 years ago. It is exciting, adrenaline, flowing hard in your veins. I know the way you feel, so it's fantastic that you are participating in this roundtable. So what is unique about the University of Southern Indiana graduate program in engineering is basically our program is the industrial management program. So it's focused on providing the students on the necessary skills to succeed in industry. So our program is focused on those areas that really empower engineers, such as quality control, production control, and also supply chain management. But in addition to that, the administrative skills necessary to succeed as production manager, supply chain manager, etc. Something else that here at the University of Southern Indiana is that our MBA program, which is online, has a special track in engineering, in engineering management, and we have selected engineering courses that include supply chain management, quality management, and operation management. And something that speaking objectively, that is remarkable here at the University of Southern Indiana is the involvement of the president of the university, Dr. Ronald Rochon. I can tell you that has been an honor for me to travel with him many times to Mexico, to Panama. He's actively involved in bringing students, in talking to students about the importance of, going to graduate school, completing an engineering degree. And a strength in our program is also definitely the department of the Office of International Programs. There is people working there very focused on building literally a bridge for you to come to USI and also provide you with advice, in case that USI may not meeting your expectations. So basically that's the strength, and I would be more than glad to provide additional information if requested. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And is Elsa here already or not yet? Carmen, okay, Carmen can somebody do me a favor and unmute Carmen Velasco, please? Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me. I am a former student from the University of New Mexico in New Mexico, Albuquerque. I got my PhD in environmental engineering, so I just wanted to encourage the students to apply to UNM. What makes UNM different, and it will make your experience unique, it's the diversity of the school and the diversity of the faculty and how diversity is embraced. I always felt welcome, and at the same time, the research that I did was cutting-edge research. So it's a great place to be with lots of opportunities for students from undergrads to PhD students. And I know that they're not a brave one who wants to apply for a doctoral degree, but I encourage you to think about that, because it will be an experience that likely will change your life for good. Thank you. And I think Gracia should be here. She's responsible for all the recruitment and taking care of all the graduate students while we are at UNM. So she's a great resource. I think her microphone is muted, so she will have answers for all of your questions.
Can somebody do me the favor of unmuting Elsa before we continue with the next question? She's as Elsa M. Castillo. Okay, and just to clarify, they were telling me that in the poll, for some reason, it didn't show that 11 people are interested in doctoral degrees for engineering. For some reason in the poll, it didn't show, but just clearing that up. So we have 11 people that are interested in doctoral degrees. Yes, Elsa, can you tell me what makes your program unique from others, please?
Well, in addition to being a research one-level university, like many of our counterparts here, we are actually one of the almost top 30 in the world in patents, intellectual property. That's very important. Another one is we have some unique online programs across the nation right now that are ranked #1. Like we have, for example, the aerospace space systems engineering program now is a new master's program fully online, and also Internet of Things program. We also have like the top 5 material science research refereed papers across the country, and that's very important because it tells you a lot about the type of research going on at the university. We also have some of the top internship placements in the country, which is it's because we are within a driving distance from the three national labs, the Sandia National Labs, The Los Alamos National Lab within 1 hour, about an hour and a half from the university, and also the Air Force Research Labs at UNM. And in addition to that, we get support from the state, direct support from the state to place the students in internships, which means we subsidize a lot of the internship programs, and some of them come matching for local businesses and engineering firms, which is really, allowing a lot of the students to get practical experience. That I would say that differentiates, because I respect a lot of the universities here, and all of us have great programs, I would say, to all the students to choose from, but that will put us, I would say that will set us apart.
Thank you very much, Elsa, for your answer. And thank you very much, everybody, for answering the first question. Now, in the next question, I would like to ask specifically Trey and Cheryl. And your question is, are certain areas within the engineering graduate programs more selective for admission than others? If yes, which ones?
So you asked a very good question. And one of the things that I would like to say is that Virginia Tech is a holistic approach to their admissions process. So we're not just looking at numbers. We want to know how you are involved in your community, how you are involved with research, how you are involved with many different aspects of being a student. With that stated, all decisions are held within the departments for the College of Engineering, and they work collaboratively with the graduate school in making sure that this holistic approach is there. However, with that stated, you still have a mindset where people are looking at GRE scores, where people are looking at GPA, but we have a process where we definitely are asking our departments to consider these students that may not have gone through a traditional route to get here. We do have support services where we do watch our students. We have the New Horizon Graduate Scholarship Program for the College of Engineering, which is for underrepresented and diverse populations and underserved populations. So we work very closely with the departments as they are making decisions about these students. And keeping in mind that every person is different, because when you come into the programs, it's not the same for every student, the master's or at the PhD level. So we have to work very carefully with students as they are making decisions. But there is a mindset where people do look at GPAs and GREs. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much. Yes, you did. And Cheryl, would you like to answer that question too, please?
Yes. So at the Luddy School in the engineering department, they look at applicants in their entirety. They want to make sure that we're a good fit for the student and that the student is a good fit for us. When they look at applications, they really pay attention to the statement of purpose. They want to make sure they want to know who you are, what your career goals, and they want to make sure that we have things available to help you be successful in the program. And our faculty really care about students, and they want to help you be successful.
Thank you very much to both for your answers. I don't know if somebody would like to add some additional information to that. Edgar, Marco, Carmen, Elsa, Maritza. No? Okay, let's continue then. So my next question is for Edgar and for Carmen. And my question is, what are the benefits of a US graduate education for international students in this field of study? So, Carmen, would you like to start? Thank you.
I think in general, education is powerful. It's not about the degree alone and how much money you can make and the opportunities to have a better job and a better life. I think that's the side product of it, right? Education enhances your life, opens up your mind, gives you knowledge of who you are in the world around you. And that is true for anybody, anywhere in the world. Of course, I'm from Ecuador. So to me, being in the US, studying a degree outside of Ecuador, it wasn't only the chemical engineering classes that I had to take that were completely, the methodology was different as they were taught in Ecuador, but just being here, I went to Oregon State as an exchange student. That's how my journey started. Learning the culture, learning how things are done, learning how to behave in a different culture expands yourself. It makes you reach to the next level. It's difficult, it's challenging, you cry and you laugh so much, but it's so worth it. So education anywhere in the world, in your own countries, in Europe, in the US, go for it. To me, it changed the way I see things. I'm more patient to diversity, to people who don't think how I do. And that's because you were challenged, because you were put in a situation where you had to learn. So and of course, then you get to learn engineering and solve problems and help people to get drinking water. That's just like, wow. And then, of course, if you have a graduate degree, as I said, your opportunity is to get a better job and to enhance your life and your family. Because if you're from South America or Latin America, likely you will get a better job when you go back. So, I mean, I can keep going on and on and on about the benefits of education. It's just, do it, take an opportunity.
Thank you very much, Carmen. Very, very good points. And Edgar?
Marisa's going to go ahead and help us with this answer.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Maritza. Well, by the way, I was going to ask you, but from the point of view of a student. So yes, Maritza, please.
So I will speak on through the point of view of a student, but I also want to echo the diversity part. I think that's something that just makes education in the US such a privilege, because there is a lot of diversity, not only in terms of the people you work with, the people you meet, but also kind of the opportunities that you get. And so, you know, you have the opportunity to work in a research lab in a university, you have the opportunity to do research or do engineering work in an industry position here in the US as well, or a national lab, or a lot of different things. And so talking kind of on the experience from some of my friends who are international students who have come here to pursue a PhD in engineering, that's kind of what they see the benefit of coming to do an engineering degree here, is the opportunities available, the diversity, kind of growing themselves as scholars and researchers. And so those are all things that I think are important towards, you know, getting an engineering degree here.
Thank you very much, Maritza. Very good perspective. And I think that you're very correct with the diversity part. No, I think that's one of the things that people like to look at when they study in the US. So let's continue with the next question. The next question is for
Luis.
Yes, Marco. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, thank you so much. So I definitely echo what was said before regarding the diversity. In my personal opinion, when I arrived here 30 years ago, it was an eye-opening, because I was coming from a small town in Mexico, which is kind of 100% Catholic, and coming here really opened my eyes, my ears to listen, you know, to people from other parts of the world, or other religions. Was really fantastic. Now, from the engineering perspective, I can tell you that it's very good studying an engineering degree here. This is for the students. And, you know, no matter where you go, you know, you're gonna learn about, you know, you're gonna learn to follow strict work procedures, safety protocols. That doesn't mean that doesn't happen in Mexico or in other countries. I'm just saying that, you know, you come here for education and you are provided the opportunity. Most of the time, I remember that I was given 5 years to complete my PhD, but I was told if you can have up to 18 months for practical training. So I worked really hard on my PhD at Purdue in order to finish before 5 years in order to have the opportunity to work here. And, I was fortunate enough to achieve that. Also, for the students interested in coming, for the most part, you will have access to labs, engineering labs equipped with state-of-the-art technology, and that's a big plus. Maybe you will come here and then you will come back to your country in order to, to put in practice what you learn. So COVID taught hard lessons. However, in some cases, the COVID also gave us the opportunity to understand the importance of education. So, a degree in engineering provides you with the flexibility and the ability to design, to build prototypes, to construct, build system, equipment, and products. So definitely, I'm not saying that other degrees, like going to medical school doesn't matter. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I just watching television, and from here where I live, where in Evansville, Indiana, I watch every morning the news, from Mexico, TV Azteca, and it was really, fascinating to see how schools in Mexico, they were trying to build, develop those ventilators and, to help people, at the speed of light, and the same thing happening everywhere in Latin America. So I'm in Panama, they, engineering students were doing the same. I'm sure that in Costa Rica the same. So what I'm trying to say, to answer your questions, yeah, it's very valuable to come to the United States, for an education, specifically in engineering. I don't question at all. I'm not an expert in other disciplines, but definitely it is a great opportunity to expand. Like Carmen mentioned, I'm just kind of borrowing that word that you use, expand your ability to react quickly to the world with those skills that you develop with coming here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, the next question is directly for Cheryl and Elsa. And the question is, and of course, after they answer, if somebody else wants to jump into the question to give your answer, there's no problem, yes? So the question is, does your institution offer scholarships, assistantships, or fellowships to international students? This is one of the biggest questions that we have for master's or doctoral degrees. So I would like to hear your answers. Whoever would like to start?
Yeah, I can get started.
Elsa?
Actually,
okay.
We do offer assistantships. I mean, we call them becas in Spanish. A lot of students come to me and say, we want a beca, we want a scholarship. And I have to explain to them. Scholarships in the US, the becas that we call in Latin America, are divided in assistantships and regular scholarships and fellowships. So I explain to them, assistantship is what you want to get when you want to go to graduate school. At UNM, we have 3 types of assistantships, which is the graduate assistantship. That's the general name, We have the research assistantship, which is the #1 priority. I tell the students, if you can get a research assistantship, because you can be working in your research while supporting the faculty research that you are working with. And they pay you a great stipend and they pay your full tuition. Then the second level I would consider are the teaching assistantships, which are, they also pay your tuition. They pay a good enough a stipend, monthly stipend, but you have to teach a class. So you have to teach a class or a lab on top of actually doing your research. So that's a little more extra work on your part and might not be as well paid as a research assistantship. And then the third level, the best kept secret, I tell a lot of the international students, especially at UNM, it's that we have the project assistantships, and that one allows, at least in the state of New Mexico, I don't know in other universities, if a student gets a project assistantship, let's say teaching Math 101 level course or something, the student is able, if they are international students, they are able to get an out-of-state tuition waiver automatically through the Office of Graduate Studies. So that's great, because a lot of students might come. I run a lot of summer programs for high schoolers or so. They might come to me and say, hey, can you please hire me through the Office of Graduate Studies? If I hire them through the Office of Graduate Studies, or at UNM is called Graduate Studies alone, they will actually waive their out-of-state tuition, and the student will be paid hourly for their work with me. So that works really well for a lot of international students who were not able to land a teaching assistantship or a research assistantship. The other level will be scholarships and fellowships. Scholarships you apply separately and could be on top of whatever they are getting through their assistantship process, So scholarships can range anywhere from, $500 to $10,000 or more. And then we have also fellowships, research fellowships that students can get that are tied to, either corporate, federal levels, like the very famous one is the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellowship Program. The international students will not be eligible for that. However, there are some fellowships equivalent that might be open to international students. So that will be something to look at depending on the country the student is coming from. There might be some agreements with the country or so to be able to get them land them some fellowships. But a lot of the federal ones will be only open to domestic students in the US. With that, that's pretty much what we have. And if you have any other questions, let me know. And Carmen, in fact, she had been the recipient of almost everything, especially research assistantship and scholarships on top of the research assistantship, which is really good.
Thank you very much, Elsa. Cheryl?
So at the Letty School, we do provide scholarships and funding for master's and PhD students. Often at the master's level, students may receive a 10-hour appointment to be in a classroom using the skills that they have, or you might be asked to help in someone's research lab. Often students will network with faculty members who share a similar research interest. And oftentimes those faculty members will pick up students as a research assistant in their lab. And we can help you connect with those people. And just recently, Fred Luddy, he donated some money to the school. And he is providing a way where we can offer some fellowships for international students who come to our programs. And at the PhD level, we do fund, we have a nice package where we offer a stipend and health insurance, a travel award, and a 20-hour teaching appointment or an RA appointment plus 100% tuition paid, but that's just at the PhD level. And then the university also offers a variety of scholarships and fellowships that if you qualify for, you can definitely take advantage of. And we'll help you get in touch with the right people. At our Office of International Services, we have someone that's just responsible for sponsored scholarships. So if you were to get a Fulbright or a LASPAO, they work with you and your advisor as well. And then as a department, we also work, it's like a whole team that helps you try to get you the best award that we possibly can.
Thank you very much, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl. I wanted to add something important is that at the University of New Mexico, at least, I know many schools of function. I came from the University of Idaho before, and the way they function in engineering, at least at UNM, and the point of contact for scholarships, scholarships or fellowships. However, the point of contact for research assistantships or teaching assistantships are usually the departments. The research assistantships, which is the ones that I'm telling the students that are the full becas that cover everything, for graduate school, those are actually through the faculty members. That's the key. You need to contact the faculty member that you're interested based on the area of research that you want, and they will be the ones who might tell you or might direct you to another fellow faculty member, collaborator that might be needing a graduate student. There are also, all the departments have a graduate director, and the graduate director is a very key person because that person will know as a faculty member generally, and they will know who's actually looking for students in the field. So that's very key. And the teaching assistantships, you can go directly. If you have already gone through the resort of the research assistantship and there is nothing available through faculty, you might want to go to the department chair or the department administrator in each department and see which classes might need a TA. They call it the TAs, and that might be the best route. And of course, for additional resources, you come to the Engineering Student Success Center or Student Services Centers, where we handle a lot of the overall scholarships. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. And I think Trey wanted to add. Yes, go ahead, Trey.
Yes, one of the things that I definitely want to share is there are databases out there that you can utilize. And one of the good things about universities is if you come with your own money, that helps in your situation. And one of the databases that we utilize a lot here at Virginia Tech is called GRAPES, GRAPES, and that's out of UCLA. And also Cornell University has a great database that is inclusive of international students. So identifying external funding is critical as you are navigating the master's or the PhD.
Thank you. Yes, Marco, go ahead.
From the perspective of the University of Southern Indiana, unfortunately, my role is in this roundtable, right? I'm a professor of supply chain management and industrial engineering, so I don't have all the necessary information. However, I really encourage students interested in the industrial management program in the way that I defined it earlier, or in the MBA with the concentration in engineering management to go ahead and visit the website of the University of Southern Indiana at www.usi.edu. Go to admission. I'm sure that they know how to navigate, websites of universities, and post the question, express the interest in joining USI, and inquire about opportunities for scholarships and fellowship and so forth. As I mentioned also earlier, one of the strengths of the university, besides the leadership from the president of the university, is the passion of the people who work at the Office of International Programs and Admissions, who will provide you with all the necessary support for you to take the next step.
Thank you very much, Marco. Is there anybody else that would like to add some more information? And before you add some more information, I would just like to say hello to the people that are on Facebook. And we have some questions from Facebook also. We've been getting some questions. So thank you very much for your participation through Facebook Live. And is there anybody that would like to add more information to that question? No? Okay. So the next question goes to Edgar and Maritza. I would like your perspective also as a student to the next following question. What type of projects are graduate students participating?
Hi, yeah. So the type of projects and the type of projects that students are participating in the School of Engineering really vary, right? From department to department. We have close to 7 or 8 different departments in the School of Engineering, everything from bioengineering, chemical, computer, electrical, mechanical, etc. So every single department will have kind of their own particular partnerships across campus with other departments and other programs that support students, right, in their projects. One of the things that I can mention is there is a particular partnership, which is, with the design lab on campus, and that I know that a lot of students that are particularly doing a project in either mechanical or materials have an opportunity to engage with the design lab on campus, which provides education and also provides different machinery and different tools for the students to be able to complete their projects or to work on their projects more efficiently. So that is the design lab is not necessarily a part of the School of Engineering, but it was born based of the need for some of the engineering students to have additional resources. So the design lab is available for engineering students on campus to work on their projects. Marisa, do you have any other thoughts on resources?
Yeah, I think thinking really broadly, there's just like all different kinds of projects that grad students can be a part of. But there's like, you know, very broad research type projects that you can be a part of, whether it's experimental, theoretical. There's a lot of like more design-based projects, which I think Edgar kind of alluded to, that you can be a part of. There's centers and organizations on campus that students can be a part of those projects, like, you know, building, I don't know, a rover to help NASA or something like that. So there's just a lot of different things they can do. I also want to echo the fact that the Jacobs School of Engineering works a lot too with the entrepreneur side. So a lot of students actually even do projects that become small startup companies, or participate in projects that become small startup companies. There's also like projects that are tied to an industry already. So a big company like Northrop Grumman can have a project that students can be a part of, working for something that's more particular to them. So there's a lot of different things. I think this is something that's really important for the students when they're doing their research on schools and programs that they want to be a part of, is really looking at what the project entails, what they would be doing, whether it's connected to industry, whether it's more raw research, whether it's hands-on, whether it's, you know, computer-based. This is stuff that, you know, you want to be looking at when you look at different programs in different schools.
Thank you very much. Yes, Marco.
Well, I would like to add that at the University of Southern Indiana, we are very proud to share with the community that one of the popular student clubs, engineering student clubs, is the Engineers in Action. So in 2019, in summer of 2019, two civil engineering students went to Africa to help to participate with Cornell University in the construction of a bridge in a rural area. It was a fascinating experience because it allows kids to cross a river, to be able to go to school back and forth. So it is amazing. You know, we were supposed to go back to Africa in 2020, but COVID happened, and COVID did not stop us. We're not going to Africa this year, but the students are going to West Virginia. So doesn't matter, it's still a bridge, it's still a community that needs support, you know, to connect, to cross a river that otherwise can be, you know, dangerous. So, and the other very popular, because here in the Evansville area where the plastic industry is strong, we have, you know, students typically involved in solid modeling projects, you know, like building something, you know, in 3D, and then using the 3D printers that they are available everywhere, not necessarily here at USI, everywhere in the world. You know, they can build, you know, build prototypes and build projects. So I don't want to talk of more than two projects. Again, the Engineers in Actions Club, building bridges, and the solid modeling and 3D printing is what, you know, we support basically the local community and local industry. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marco. Thank you. Now, I have a question for everybody, and I think that Carmen touched on it a little bit, a few minutes ago, and it is, what is your recommendation when people are looking to do their master's or doctoral degree and they need to do some type of research? How should they contact the teacher, or what are the steps in contacting the teacher? What is your recommendation? And now at this question, I'll leave it open so anybody that would like to answer it.
So I can go ahead and go. We have
Thank you, Trey.
No problem. We have a summer research opportunity program for underrepresented students and underserved populations. So that will be a great way to get your feet wet here at Virginia Tech. We have many different opportunities that are centered in that area. They have a director that will work with your application to put you with a faculty member in which you would like to do research. There is an application process for this, and you get a stipend for doing research. So this is a great opportunity to get to know Virginia Tech, introduce yourself to the faculty within the departments, and start building those relationships that are essential so that you can make a decision about a master's or a PhD. Now, they have a lot of different professional and personal workshops for the students. You do have an opportunity to prep for the GREs, as well as working on your personal statement for the application. And that program is called MOAB, which Monica Hunter oversees here at Virginia Tech. But you can also reach out to faculty. Not everything is centered there to see if they are offering any types of opportunities to do research at the institution. What I tell students is apply for the PhD. If you get in, you can earn a master's along the way. The funding that we offer is mainly towards PhD students. You will rarely find a lot of institutions that offer for the master's degree. So when you're looking at these places, you're asking these questions. We have a assistant dean for diversity and recruiting. Her name is Dr. Sharnita Lee. So she works at the graduate level and I work within the department. But we have a great relationship when students are reaching out and wanting to know these different things. She's informing me and I'm making the connections for the students. So you want to see where that diversity piece lies within that university and what support services are offered. We have a center that's been around for 27 years, the Center for the Enhancement of Engineering Diversity. And we offer from pre-college all the way up to faculty support for students and faculty here at Virginia Tech. We're a great place to be, and any questions that you might have, we'll definitely answer those questions.
Thank you very much, Trey. And just to let all our audience know, after the questions, we'll have a slide where all the contact information of the people that are here today, it'll be shown. And what you can do is either take a picture or write down very quickly the information. But this video, as I said before, it will be on our Education USA page. So you can look at it later on, or you can take very quickly a picture of the slide. So would anybody else would like to share? Yes, Marco, go ahead.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm gonna respond to this question, not necessarily from the perspective of the University of, Southern Indiana, but more like an advice to everyone. First of all, go. I mean, don't stop dreaming, don't stop planning, go. You think that graduate school works for you, go. It's worth it. Number two, when thinking about the program that you would like to pursue, focus on a program, again, from the lessons taught from COVID, that expand the fundamental knowledge, of science. It is important to be able to rapidly solve problems. Also, programs that help you build skills, that you will be able quickly to build something, to create something that will help you respond to life, because that's what, COVID is, life. And third would be try everything. When it comes to looking for funding, try everything. I remember 30 years ago, I for those of you who are from Mexico, I'm talking to the audience, my dad worked for Pemex, and I remember that I even sent a letter to the director of Pemex at that time, telling them, my family comes from the, Pemex industry company, more than 127 years combined. And I didn't get anything, but I felt good from trying. Eventually, the most important door that opened, it was Education USA. It is the one who, took my hand and allowed me to enter, to this magic world. So the last thing I want to say is that Education USA, not because I was invited, works. It worked 30, 40 years ago, and I'm sure that it's continue working now that, there are more connections with all, universities. So good luck, to everybody and everyone, and look forward to answering some questions that I may receive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marco. And I just remind all the people that are here attending that if you would like to find your local Education USA office, you can find us on our webpage and just look for our search engine, and you can find there the closest Education USA office. So thank you very much, Marco, for that great publicity, and thank you for your answer. Would anybody else would like to answer that question?
I can say a couple things.
Thank you very much, Carmen.
I agree with what Marco said. My perspective from the student perspective is you want to make sure you have a good idea of what you would like to do. I think it's good to adventure and to try things, but it's important also to be serious about what you would like to do, especially if you're thinking of a PhD program, because that takes between 4 to 5 years and it's lots of work and a big commitment. It's expensive for the professors, it's expensive for the university, and it's expensive for you too, as time-wise, etc. So think about that. And while you're thinking about that, you do research. You go to different schools and you start looking at the programs, at the type of research that every professor does. So you want to do that because that will give you ideas if that's something that you want to do or you don't want to do. And then you will find yourself thinking that research that specific professor does at Virginia Tech or at UNM, it's really cool. Then you just type an email and tell him, my name is XYZ and I love your research. Are you hiring master's students or postdoc students? And I think maybe Education USA can help you to tailor that email because it has to be short, professional, to the point, but I can open so many doors. That's how I did it. I just adventured myself and I said, hello, my name is Carmen and I'm looking for a postdoc and I happen to be at this webinar. Are you hiring anybody? 3 months later, here I am at ASU doing this awesome postdoc and I never thought I would get it. And that's how it worked. That's how it happened. That's how I have got my PhDs, my PhD, my master's, etc. Because it shows that you are interested, that you did your homework, and that you actually know what you want to do. And what Trey mentioned about this kind of like boot camp that they have at Virginia Tech, I don't remember the name. I think it's awesome. So look for those things. I didn't know that. Maybe when I was applying, it didn't exist, or I just didn't know. So look for these opportunities, but be committed to your dreams, because I think that is important. And just be bold in email and contact people that you might be interested in working with.
Thank you very much, Carmen. Anybody else would like to add more information?
I would just like to add to that as to the importance of networking with faculty and current students. For most students, it seems kind of strange to reach out to a faculty member or to a current student, but those are the students that show they have initiative, that really perks in a faculty's mind where we want to pursue this student. So if you need help getting an introduction to those students, I do this all the time. A student will email me, tell me about an interest, I'll have a conversation with them, and then I think of faculty who would be a good fit for them, and then I just do an e-introduction, and I also do that to students too. So networking is extremely important.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. Well, now I'm going to go with the questions of the public. We have some questions here. This is just a general question. I wonder if one of the institutions offer a master's degree in areas related to agronomic sciences. I'm interested on plant pathology, and thanks. Does anybody here offer something related to that? I can't hear you.
No one else offers that. At UNM, we don't offer it, but I am aware the New Mexico State University, which is in southern New Mexico in the border it's close to El Paso, Texas. The university has a College of Agriculture. And also the University of Idaho, where I attended my undergraduate degree, they do have a College of Natural Resources, and they also have a College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. So you might want to check on those universities. They do offer those graduate degrees, master's and PhD programs.
Thank you very much. Yes, Trey, go ahead.
Virginia Tech is the land grant institution for the state of Virginia, and we offer a lot of different types of programs. Dr. Sharnita Lee will be that person, and I put in the chat box to provide you more information about those programs he just listed off. So definitely explore. I also provided information to the administrators of this program, a wide variety of all the programs that we offer here at Virginia Tech. So you can explore those magazines as well.
Thank you very much, Trey. Okay. And we're going to finish off with the last question. And well, it's not really a question, but it's just like some added information that if you have, is there anything else you would like to share or highlight with our attendees? Something about your university, some special programs that you might have, something that you would like to share? No?
Well, I would like to mention that at the University of Southern Indiana, we have been very active, working particularly with Panama, bringing international students. And that doesn't mean that we are supposed to work exclusively with Panama, with, STEM students. We are, again, COVID happened and we have to adjust, travel plans and so forth. But we have been active. We have been very active. And as I said, the Office of International Programs and Department of Admissions, they understand well the process that, that you need to follow in order to come. So yes, we are very proud that year after year, for the past 3 years, we have been bringing a group of students, very talented. And it's amazing, in my case, I'm also from Latin America. It is amazing to see those kids literally come, and after 2-3 years, they are, the top performers in the classes. They arrive here with limited, English. They go through the English as a second language school. They complete the program, they graduate from the program, and boom, they start taking classes. But by then, it is impressive. So it is amazing. They have, kids from Latin America really enrich, our program. So look forward to hearing from anybody who may need more about that. And we have, speaking of scholarships, we have a limited number. Again, I don't have all the, remember, my role is professor of engineering and supply chain management, but we offer global ambassador scholarships, and it has been amazing that we have had students from Bolivia, very close to Ecuador, extremely close to Ecuador. So maybe the next time someone from Ecuador will come. A student from Mexico who applied to the global scholarship. So yes, we don't offer a lot, but we offer a few, and we have been so lucky that the students who come, become, top performers. And they are, interestingly enough, they are now going to graduate school, because they have in mind to eventually get a PhD. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marco. And yes.
Thank you, Luis. And thank you, Marco. I actually wanted to add something very important. New Mexico is on the border with Mexico. So we are actually is a majority state. Only in the School of Engineering, we have about 43% Hispanic. We have a very active Hispanic Engineering and Science organization, which is the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers chapter. And I would say that those are very positive, our second language, official second language in the university is Spanish. Many entities within the university speak Spanish. We do sessions in Spanish for students, and we do have a great English language program for students to transition from the English language program into the university as regular students without having, if they finish, a lot of them, if they finish the English language courses, they might not have to take the TOEFL or so, and they take the tests and stuff internal to the university once they attend the University English Language Center. So that's some of the advantages I would say at the University of New Mexico. And we also have in the School of Engineering, Engineering Student Success Center, that is a center specific to give support, tutoring, you know, all type of co-curricular activities and holistic activities to help the students succeed in school. That includes not only scholarships, includes the internship matching. We do have a program for international students in particular now, that it's through an endowment where we have the program I have mentioned through the state of New Mexico, but we also have internal endowments that we have dedicated to support our international students. And the Global Education Office, of course, with great exchange programs with many entities in Mexico and other Latin American countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elsa. Well, I would like to, is there anybody else that would like to add something?
Sure. I can always add. We have the Innovation Campus. I put in the slide information about that, which is really a great opportunity. We have a great partnership with Amazon. We're looking for innovative, creative ideas. We're pushing the envelope, and we had an alum to give us $10 million to increase the enrollment of our students up there on that campus as well. So we're here. Anything that you need from us, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Thank you very much, Trey. Well, this was a very fascinating panel. I still had some more questions, but because of time, we'll leave it at that. But thank you very much, panelists, for adding your emails in the chat. And anyways, in our follow-up information, we'll send all the people that are registered to this event the follow-up information. And here are the contacts for everybody. We have Edgar Baez from the University of California, San Diego. We have Cheryl Engel, Director of Graduate Recruitment and Admissions from Indiana University. There's her email. We have Marco Lara Gracia, a PhD Associate Professor of Engineering from the University of Southern Indiana. We have Dr. Carmen A. Velasco, postdoctoral researcher from the University of New Mexico, also ELSA. And we have Tremaine Waller, PhD Director of Graduate Student Programs from Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University. And as all of them mentioned, don't give up on your dreams. Don't think that it's impossible. You just need to work at it a little bit harder, no? And remember that it's a master's or a doctoral degree. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be something that you're going to find anywhere. So just keep working at it. And some of the panelists mentioned that you can reach out to an advisor at Education USA, and we'll be very happy to help you. And then also in the follow-up email, we'll be sending you the video, and we'll be sending you additional information from these universities and their contact information if you would like to get in contact with them. Yes. So thank you very much, all panelists. I really appreciate this. It was very informative. I really enjoyed it a lot. No, so thank you very much. I even sweated a little bit, but anyways, that's a totally different thing, no? So I would like to also add about our upcoming events. We have Study in the US, Understanding the Graduate Selection Committee. So here they're going to tell you a little bit more in-depth information of how the Graduate Selection Committee selects the graduate students. And then we also have a writing bootcamp, from basic to brilliant essays. That one is going to be several segments, and we're going to help you. Some of them, some of the panelists were talking about essays and what type of essays are required for the master's and doctoral degrees. And here in this writing bootcamp, we can help you out. So if you're interested in either one of these, just register through the bit.ly. The first one is bit.ly GradMar, and the second one is bit.ly Writing BC 2021. So you're welcome to join us, and we'll be very happy to have you also. And remember that these workshops are free and they're sponsored by Education USA. And just before we finish, let me just show you the last slide. These are, and thank you very much. And these are all our social media pages. This is specific for Education USA Mexico. We have our Facebook page, Education USA Mex, our Twitter page, Education USA MX, our YouTube page is Education USA MX, and we also have an app. It's Education USA Mexico. And we also have an Instagram account. It's Education USA MX. And we also have, but this is specifically for Mexico, we have our WordPress blog. And here you can find all the relative or important information about scholarships, but this is specifically for people in Mexico. Yes. So, and there's also a lot of resources. There's resources about English certifications, information about the different types of standardized tests that are needed to enter a university. So all of this information you can find there in our WordPress page. So I would like to thank everybody. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed this roundtable. And please, people that are out there, if you would like to participate in our next one, we'll be having it in April. Look at our different social medias so you can see the dates and the time, please. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day, and please be safe.
Thank you.